I'm Greg from Camping Madness, and it's a new day and a new hike. It's the hottest day of the year, and because it's the hottest day of the year, I was being mindful about what kind of adventure I went on today, and I wanted to get a camping, but it's absolutely roasting. Sweat is booling off me. So I'm going to permission land. I'm going for a camp today on permission land, but it's right up there. I'm going to turn it round. Right up there. I don't know whether you can see that summit. So I've still got my work cut out. It's very steep. It's very steep. So I found myself, and the sun is burning into the back of my neck as well. It's right behind me. So whenever I get into these shady parts, I just take a break, let myself cool down. It's only about another, well, hopefully about half an hour before we get to where I'm able to pitch. And the views from up there are supposed to be absolutely tremendous. So yes, I didn't fancy going on a hike, you know, for 3-4 hours or anything like that. Not in this weather anyway. Especially when I had no proper control over my water. You know, i.e. drinking loads but finding it difficult to top up. So I knew this way I would be able to bring a certain amount of water with me, and it didn't matter if I couldn't top it up, because once I get there, you know, I'll be fine. I'll have plenty of water. So I just thought I'd bring you in now and just kind of give you an idea of what's going on. Although you may have some idea, you know, with the thumbnail and the title. I often forget that, you know, you see that before you end up seeing me. So anyway, yes, onwards and upwards. I've only gone the wrong bloody way, haven't I? And it was a right steep climb as well. I've been all the way up there, then to a dead end, and I came down a bit back to where I thought I was supposed to be. Nah, still way off track. So now I'm going right down here again. It's not the day. It's not the kind of day to be going off on the wrong track. The heat is just horrendous. Sweat. My legs are fine. I've still got plenty of strength in my legs. But I'm just sweating. If I don't find the route this time properly, then I'm gonna turn back and maybe I'll just pitch down the bottom if I can. In fact, to tell you the truth, I'm inclined to just give the people a ring and say, look, you know, the video Pine Island, well, it's on this land, Pine Island. So I'm inclined to just give them a ring and say, is Pine Island free? Because I'm absolutely buggered. Shattered. That heat. The pores are just streaming. Now, was it there? Yep, that's the gate I should have gone through. I don't know. I think I'm going to try and go this way again. Go through this gate. There you can see. And we'll give it a go. Oh, change of plan. I thought I'd get in touch with Camp Wild. They're the ones who manage this space. And I says, look, I'm struggling to get to the top. I'm worried about water supply because I'm going to end up supping what I've got real quick. And there'll be no water up there. And I just asked if I could pitch somewhere else, and there was like, yeah, fantastic, not a problem, you know. And I says, would anybody be at the part in Halland? And he says, being midweek, probably not. He says, yeah, get yourself in there, then you'll have plenty of water. And he's going to get in touch with the landowner and just let them know that I'm going to be on Pan Halland and not up there. It's a shame because on an ordinary day I'd be up there like a jackrabbit. I mean, this walk I'm doing now is far easier than I did on the Kinder Scout. It's just the heat is just oh, it's hard to describe. Just saps you. Yeah, but that's my main worry. I've already gone through the water in my water press, where it's pretty warm as well, which isn't nice. Which leaves me just my green bottle, which has got about 1.5 litres in, I think, and that will be colder, but I don't know whether 1.5 litres in this weather is going to be enough to get me through the night. So today's not the day for doing endurance. So I'm not going to do any endurance today. I'm trying to be smart. It's about having fun, enjoying it, not trying to score points or anything. It's just about getting out there and having fun and enjoying, and that's what I'm gonna do. It's lovely. I mean, this big oak here, nice breeze coming through, nice and cold, absolutely lovely. I mean, I was umming and ahhing this morning about, you know, is it wise to go even on a small hike in this weather? And it's in my blood. I just had to come out. I give it a try, but I'd rather have peace of mind that I've got fresh water to get to. Well, I can always filter it. I've got a supply of water. My head's going to be out the sun, baking away. The back of my neck's not going to get sunburnt, and I'm not going to end up feeling sick. That was one of the schoolboy errors, is I didn't bring any sun cream. So, I mean, I should have at least put some on the back of my neck. But, yeah. I'm not all there. So, I feel better now having made the decision, because there's always that part of me before I make the decision to think, you know, oh, you wimp, you should be doing it, you know, backing out and all the rest of it. But no, it's about being wise, being intelligent camping. yet. It's a lovely day. It's about enjoying it, isn't it? Not, you know, I must get to the top. I must achieve. I am Greg, the Great Adventurer. I've got to live up to a new standard. Bollocks. I'm going to have a nice little camp under some nice majestic pines next to a nice flowing river. The last time that when I camped there before, I ended up with 1,700 views. It was a really successful thing on YouTube. So if 1,700 people liked it, then it can't be a bad spot, can it? So if they think the place is a winner, then it's a winner for me. And the temperature was just going up and up and up. My head felt like a bloody kettle. Just going under these trees, it didn't have to make a difference. Oh man. Yeah, we like to succeed in whatever venture we decide to do. But sometimes it's just, you know, sometimes you've just got to stop, think, and be willing to change direction. Oh, there's a nice little breeze coming down. Oh, nice. Nice flowing river. Woo! I am so glad. The original plans on Monday was to do Kinder Scout again, but from a different direction. And I ummed and ahed, and I thought it's going to get real hot, that you could get yourself into some serious trouble. So I thought, oh, well, I'll do something on Camp Wild. And I'm glad I did, because even if I'd have reached the top there, I would have been cooking. I'd have been terrified to use any water to cool myself down, apart from drinking. And it could have ended up being a right. Oh, God knows I don't want to go there. So yeah, plan B. Back in Halland. But I forgot what a trek it was into here. Man, oh man. In that short time since I was here last, the grass round the island, it's right up to your waist. I just wanted to get through it as quick as possible, because I was just going, oh, tick city. So that I just kind of got through, and I've just given myself a check over on me. That's why I wear leggings, even in hot weather. I wear these synthetic base layer bottoms and shorts on the top, and compression socks. Yeah, compression socks, because I do get swollen calves. It's something to do with one of my medications. It's a side effect. So I need compression socks just to, you know, to help alleviate the swelling. But I also use them when I come camping as a first layer of protection against ticks. So yeah, once I got through, I was like, oh, I love my legs, like, you know, just like giving myself a, you know, pat down, a shake and that, and a little look around. But I can't see any. And so yeah, I'm just taking a breather, just relaxing. There's no race to get my tent up. I'm just trying to cool myself down. And once I've cooled down, I'll get that tent up. There's a nice breeze just coming through here. And because I've just had a little bit of a shower, it's getting onto me shed and it's cooling me right down. It's really nice. So yes, yeah, so this was going up to Peregrine's Nest. That was the name of the space. That was plan B, as opposed to going to Kinder Scout via another route. And plan B has ended up with its own plan B. But I tell you what, I could have ended up in worse places. Yeah. I'm just going to keep dousing myself with water. It's lovely. Right. I'm going to cool down a bit and get that tent up. brew time. Oh, this has been hard fought for. Oh, that's hot. Just got to let it cool down a bit. I'm just getting in the shade. It's hard to sit in the tent because obviously it's just like a greenhouse in there. Even though I brought the Nordisc Halland 2, the hem is quite raised, so you get a nice airflow from underneath the tent, and that's why the reason why I brought it today. You know, to try and get some more air flowing through. But it's still like a greenhouse in there. I'm just glad I'm not up on there now. I mean, I've gone through so much water just trying to cool myself down. So I think definitely the right choice. It's been a big lesson today on heat management. We're camping, we always think of cold weather, don't we? Snow, ice, wind, rain, all that, you know, all those you know, them type of weathers. We never think of nice warm sunny days, but honest to God, hiking on a 30°C day up a big hill with limited water is not a good idea. Not a good idea, that's what I've seen. Unless, you know, you've got water sources as you're going up the hill, you know, i.e. like little streams running down and that. But there isn't on this one. On that up there's no streams. The only water is from that stream where I just got it before I made my brew. Yes. So today's not about breaking any records or anything. It's just about enjoying it. You know, and in the sun. And I'm going to treat myself for a bath in that way. Not a bath as such, but you know, a good dunk in that stream or river. When I've had my brew and that. Yeah, I better just check whether I'm going to change pants. And then, you know, I can hang stuff out as well to dry afterwards. But yeah, definitely deserves a dunk. You can tell it's summer because the grass all around has just grown massively. All wild grasses. And that's good, isn't it? You don't want it like trimmed. I was going to say mannequin. You know, not mannequin. Well, I'm trying to think of that word, but it's not mannequin. Where it's all trimmed short. It is wild, isn't it? It's been left to just do its funky stuff. I tell you what, you can drink gallons and gallons of water, but nothing quenches a thirst more than a brew. Honest to God, I really do believe that. Every time I have a brew, I feel, you know, satisfied. Oh. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna have to get my tea on. It's one of those convenience meals, and I want to get it cooked quickly because it's warm. I've tried to keep it as cool as possible, but obviously it'll be warming through. So I'm gonna have my brew, and then I'll get my tea on. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Wow. Woo. Oh man. Whee. Wow. Oh. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh. Woo. Oh, that's nice down the neck. Oh, yes. Woo. Better get this tea on then, haven't we? Right. That's the first time ever in my life have I had a dunk in a river. It is. 60 years of age, and that was my first ever dunking. It's bloody damn cold when I first got in, but oh man, your body just gets used to it. It was lovely. Right, what is the delicacy of the day that we're having today, you may be asking? Well, it's not a curry, and it's Italiano. Meat specially selected from Aldi, meatball al forno. Al forno. Is that? I don't know whether you can see that. Wooden spoon. I have come prepared somewhat this time. It's got like a crusty, like breadcrumby effect on. But that won't last long because I'm going to have to stir. And when you stir, any what do you call it? Bloody, there's these little flies, and they just bite. You just feel it every now and again. It's like a little nip, and I've been plagued with them. Never known. I've never been bit by a fly before. Not that I've been aware, anyway. So you just feel this little nip, and then you look, and then you just see this little trickle of blood. Vampire flies. Yeah, look, meatballs with pasta. I'm just gonna whack it all in like that. Get out of it. Where's some bloody wasps? Kip, kip. Here we have a look. Oh, looks absolutely lovely. There we go. Whoa! Hot. Mmm. Nice. That's the brilliance about being next to a stream. Is it a stream or a river? I don't know, I never know what to call it. Or a brook. They're all different words for the same thing, aren't they, really? I always think of a river as being a bit more substantial. Yep. Being next to a river and having a good quality filter. I always like a glass of water or when I'm eating. Right, I'm going to finish off my dinner and I'll catch you later. Well, tea's all been cleaned up and tidied away and I've just been chilling and playing a few games on Sudoku. I love my Sudoku, the Sudoku app. Yeah, just chilling and lying back. I had another cup of tea as well, like, you know, I usually do have a cup of tea about this time at night when I'm at home, so I treat myself. Got out of that wet damp clothing. Got me I've got my other base layer pants on and a t-shirt, clean t-shirt, and I feel lots better. It's that time of day when I go through my sleep system. For all my long-time viewers, you can nip off and make yourself a cup of tea now because you've heard this hundreds of times before. For all the new people who've never seen it, what I've got under here is a closed cell foam mat. And that closed cell foam mat, the only job it's got is keeping my pad, sleeping pad, from getting a puncture. It's not expensive. It was very, very cheap, and it'll probably last as long as, you know, a few months, and then I'll get another one. It's not, you know, it's not a problem. I don't see the point in buying anything better because I don't use that to keep the cold from coming through the ground. That's what I've got my pad for. So yeah, that's just protection to, you know, to try and keep the pad from popping. My pad is the Thermarest Neo X-Therm. It's got an R value of about 7.4. This is a midwinter pad, but it's the only pad that I've got. So it doesn't matter, it's not going to make me sweat or anything like that, but it's just that, you know, its ability, it's not going to have to work to keep the cold coming through the ground. So yes, it's doing well so far, and I just hope it continues because I'm not very good with anything inflatable. They all tend to bust at some point. but this one seems to be doing all right. On the top, I've got my Alton Goose Down sleeping bag. Its comfort rating is -5. Its extreme rating is -10. Again, this kit here is, you know, if I was in midwinter and it was blowing a snowstorm and all the rest of it and it was freezing cold, this is the kit gear that you need. It's not summer gear, it's winter gear. But like I say, it's all I've got at the moment, and hopefully one day I'll be able to, like, just sort of, you know. But what I'll do tonight is I'll zip it about 2/3 down, and I'll just use it as a quilt. And if I get too hot, then I can just, you know, like I do when I'm in bed on a night, I just throw the quilt off. You know, so I'm not going to go overheating it. You know, if I start to feel a bit warm, too warm, then I'll just flick it off. So yeah, and that's it. I don't have an inflatable pillow. I've had 2 of them, and they both lasted me around about a month each, and they weren't cheap as well. There was like 25 and 35 quid for an inflatable pillow. You know, that's 50 quid for something that doesn't last very long. So I don't bother. Usually I've got my fleece with me, and I roll that up as a pillow, but it's so warm today, I wasn't going to bring a fleece. I wasn't going to, you know, an extra thing in my pack, which I'm not going to need apart from using it as a pillow. So I don't have a pillow tonight, but that's not going to bother me. It won't bother me one bit. I usually stick my arm under like that, and I lean and I sleep on my shoulder like that. And yeah, that's my sleep system. Yeah, I've got no signal here, so I can't do much in terms of online. I can't do much online stuff, but that's all right. I'm not bothered. I'll just carry on playing a few games of my Sudoku. And that's it. I've got the snacks. I've got some really nice snacks. I got some Jaffa cakes, but they're just melted, or they're just in a right state. But I'll still eat them if I'm hungry. You know, if I fancy a Jaffa cake, I'll still have one. But it's just so warm. I mean, my plan is just to take them home tomorrow, stick them in the fridge, and just let them, you know, get some kind of rigidity again. I'm not starving. I'm not hungry. And I've got one of those soft baked biscuit kind of things. If I get hungry, I'll just have that. Yeah, and that's about it. I'm not expecting anything tonight. I don't, you know, there's going to be no wolves or bears or anything like that. No gale force winds and heavy rains, and there's none of that going on tonight. I'm expecting it to be, tomorrow's still going to be very much like it has been today. So yeah, I brought me mountain equipment bivvy bag. Usually I put sometimes I put my sleeping bag in the bivvy bag, just in case of condensation. But I'm not doing that tonight. I'm not expecting any bad condensation in here tonight. So yes, I've not put that on. Sometimes I use that. I've got it with me, but I'm not putting it on. Yeah, and that's it for tonight and today. Been an interesting day. It's been an exciting day in some parts. You know, like that dip in the water. Yay! I love that. That was absolutely cracking. And that's made this trip to me. You know, that was the highlight really. And yes. So I'll see you in the morning for breakfast. Good morning. Oh, it's hot. That cooled down a little, I think. Oh, had a cracking sleep last night. Absolutely lovely. Beautiful again today. Not a breath of wind. The bird song is absolutely tremendous. The only thing is, I think I camped on a bit of a ant's nest because last night there was ants everywhere in here on the front, so I had to get inside the tent. There's like one just running around the rim. I don't know whether you can see that. Oh, it's just done a disappearing act. Yeah. Here's one just running alongside here. Yeah, so I think I'm in a bit of a ant's nest. I'm just keeping an eye. Well, they didn't get at me during the night. I ran out of water last night, so I had to just do a quick run to the stream and knock myself up some fresh water for me brew this morning. I don't know what to have for my breakfast this morning. I've got one of these Harvest Morn soft bakes, one of them, or I've got some Jaffa cakes. I think Jaffa cakes are going to win, aren't they? Yeah, the one is, last night I had a few, I had more than a few. Because it cooled down, there wasn't a sticking. There's still, them are glued together, them like, but the chocolate's not running. It's just where it's melted, stuck to the one beneath it, and then dried. I'm sure that cuckoo's following me around. I need to do them two at a time because they're just sticking to each other. I forgot to tell you, didn't I? I just had my annual review at the doctor's, and I'm not even pre-diabetic now. So, yeah, much lower than pre-diabetes, so I don't have to feel guilty about eating these. Yeah, good news that. No, my results came back well. My ears are bloody itching. I think it's because a little fly. They're not midges, I don't think. They're just little flies. Although eating a full box of Jaffa cakes in 24 hours isn't probably very good for me. It was a lot of condensation on the inside of the outer tent. So I'm probably gonna hang back until at least it dries some, because I don't want to pack it away wet. So yeah, I'm just going to kick back, just relax, chill out, let the tent dry a little bit, and then get all packed up and get going. Well, the tent's been packed away, everything's packed away, and as you can see, as always, no trace left apart from a little bit of grass, flattened grass. It's been a good camp. It's been a really good camp. It started off a bit hellish, but it ended up a pretty decent camp. As everybody knows, times are quite hard, aren't they, for everybody, in terms of like making ends meet and everything. And that, you know, it's the same with this wild camping and that, and videoing it. And in order to try and help alleviate the costs, I've opened a Ko-fi account just to see, you know, whether that can help lubricate, you know, making these videos and that, coming out and making these videos. I hope one or two of you have mentioned it over recent times, and I got thinking about it, and I thought, yeah, you know, help with costs would be great. So yes, if any of you want to contribute and help, you know, it's petrol and parking and everything, you know, and even bits and bobs for oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, that was just a landowner popping over asking me if I wanted to lift back to the car. Can't be bad, can it? Lovely woman. So yeah, in terms of Ko-fi, I felt it's like it's needed, you know. If I want to improve the channel, I can carry on plodding along the way that I have, which I know isn't a bad thing, you know. But in terms of longer distance stuff, where it's lots more petrol, a lot more parking fees and all the rest of it, you know, that they can be quite a hit. So yes, anyway, I just thought I'd mention it, and I hope you guys don't mind. If you've liked the camp, please give us a thumbs up. You know, the thumbs up really do appreciate, you know. Kind of gives me an idea around how well I'm doing, really. And the comments, and you guys are great with comments, but keep them coming in, you know, because that gives me an idea on, you know, how I'm doing in terms of how people are taking it, how people are, you know, whether they're enjoying it or not. Share it, you know, if you can share it with your friends. and other viewers, and subscribe. If you've not subscribed already and you've enjoyed it and you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. It's free. There's no charge, and the more subscribers the merrier. So that's it for another I was going to say for another week, but sometimes I'm off in a couple of days. So, but I only put them up once a week. So without further ado, until next time, I'll see you